Love Live's back with another cast of girls, and I'm pretty excited about this series. This is my first impressions of Love Live Superstar, a series that is airing in the summer 2021 anime season, and I've watched 2 episodes of it, so let's jump into it. I've had my shares of ups and downs with the Love Live series, but essentially I really love the first cast. I was okay with the second cast, kind of fell off with the third cast even though I love the music. But now with Superstar around, I'm really excited to hopefully get right back into the actual property of Love Live, because I really do enjoy what they do with the girls. They always have a lot of fun. The animation's usually always top notch. Don't care for the CGI dancing routines, but it's getting a little better. But Superstar particularly follows a girl named Kanan, and Kanan basically really does enjoy singing, but unfortunately every time she gets on a stage to perform, she fails miserably and just kind of passes out. It happened in middle school, it happened previously, and then when she went to go audition to join the actual music program they have for this new school that she's going to, she again fails miserably. And this is unfortunate for her because it's something that she's dreamed of. Everybody does know that she loves music, and so she's kind of very depressed. But as she's walking to school, she's singing by herself, and then eventually she catches the notice of a girl named Cuckoo. And Cuckoo is a Chinese girl that has actually transferred to Japan, and she again hears her singing and is just blown away by it. And she's like, "You have to help me. We're gonna make a school idol group. You have to join me. Your singing's great." And she's like, "No, I can't do it." And eventually, she kind of explains to her situation, unable to sing in front of other people, and this isn't gonna stop her because she is Cuckoo is basically the Genki girl that in this particular series. They always have to have one Genki girl that pulls everybody out of the bad stuff, and Cuckoo is definitely her. Unfortunately for Cuckoo, and even though she pulls Kenan into it, and Kenan finally agrees, yeah, I do want to sing, let's do it, they're gonna have problems because this school, at least the according to the student council president, does not allow school idols. It's a very prestige school, and we have all the best musical groups, and everything's top notch. Everything has to be superb, which I actually was very fond of this, and I'll get into that more later. But we end up finding out as Cuckoo and Kanan are kind of, protesting the idea that they can't create this club. This catches the attention of the director, and the director's like, don't think that's going to be a thing, Rin, that's not what we do here. If you guys want to have a club, you're allowed to have a club. So basically gets shot down by the director saying, no, you can have a club if you want to. We're not going to stop you. But of course, the caveat that she puts into it is that, again, similar to what Ren was saying, is this is a prestige school. You have to be top notch. You can't just create a club, go out there and compete with other schools, and make us look bad. Otherwise, it drops the value of the school. And so she says, okay, then you're going to compete in this one idol tournament, and if you get first place, we'll let you do your club. And so cue the training montage as Kanan basically enlists the help of Shisato, who is her friend, who is into dancing, to help them make a dance routine. Cuckoo already has actual lyrics created for a song, and Kanan basically puts it into an actual song with everything, with music and all that kind of stuff. So they have all the kind of makings what they need. They have a good writer, they have a good dancer, they have a good songwriter, or at least composer, and so they're going to kind of bring all that together to create a solid routine for this competition. Problem is that Cuckoo is terrible athletically, so they have to go through the training montage of helping her get her stamina up, all the while producing the music and all this other stuff, working really hard to pull together something for this competition so they can open up their actual group, so their club. So yeah, really solid opening for it. Kind of the similar trappings that every single one of these has. You have the Genki character bringing in the uneasy character. They come together. They want to make the club. The club's not allowed, or the club gets shut down. They have to fight to save the club, and then we'll probably go on to building all the group together and actually going out to perform. That's unfortunately Love Live Formula 101. They don't really break from that much, but still, and I'm sure we'll find out that Ren is a closet idol, or her mother probably was a failure idol, and so that's why she doesn't like idols, something like that. But it is what it is. It opens it up. It's fine. What I did actually like, though, is that they explained the reason why the club couldn't exist in a logical way. I did like that. It wasn't. No, this is wrong. No, that's not serious. That's not a serious club. Nothing like that. It was really like this. This is a prestigious school that we're known for our music. And if you create this club and then you go out and compete as a school idol group, and then you make us look bad, it drops the value of the school. And I'm like, wow, they actually explained it in a way that makes logical sense. I like this. But it'll probably still, again, be a thing where Ren's probably has some kind of insecurities about idols and something affect her life. She's actually a closet idol performer. We'll see. But yeah, so far I'm enjoying it. This is kind of so to explain to people why I kind of dropped away from Love Live, especially with the last season, was mainly the idea that it felt scripted. It felt very rote. Like you would have these scenes where characters just out of nowhere are dancing on a rooftop, and suddenly out of nowhere they have a crowd underneath. It felt unreal. Like it didn't feel like a natural school setting with natural kids putting together a group. It always felt like it felt like a musical. I guess that's the best way to put it, where some reason out of nowhere people would suddenly walk up and start dancing together in routine, and it pulled itself from reality. So I couldn't really connect to the characters and feel any kind of suspense to their success. It was just really kind of like a very scripted and goofy take on a school idol group. And there's nothing wrong with the idols themselves. Like I said, I love the music. The music was absolutely fantastic. It's just the show itself it just felt cartoonishly unreal. And it felt like everything was put into play just to have this big out of nowhere performance. And that really threw me off. So granted, this one does that. Like you have technically Kanan runs up and suddenly she breaks out in a routine. But it hasn't done too much to really pull away from the overall show yet. So I'm really looking forward to it kind of pulling itself back a little bit, hopefully to a more grounded in reality school idol group kind of performance. And like I said, they've already kind of shown me a good sign of the writing and the idea that it's actually explaining the reasons why they can't have the club properly in a logical way. And the characters so far are really cute. The other really cool thing that I'm really taking notice so far with the series is that it's a small group. This is 5 characters. Now, granted, once the next core hits, maybe they'll suddenly out of nowhere pull in, the second years and they'll pull in the third years. But right now, for now, we only have 5 characters, and I'm really curious to see if they'll keep to that. And I think it's a good thing because I think, unfortunately, especially with the later series of Love Live, it's starting to get too big of a cast to the point where all the characters amount to are just their archetypes. And their character developments are always in a group. So you'd have all the 3 years, their character developments and their story is them as together. Like their whole story is themselves together and whatever they've gone through. And not so much about the individual characters, which is technically why I fell in love with the original Love Live series, was that, strong character developments that they had for each individual characters. Again, they were short stories because they still had a decently huge cast back then, but there were still character stories. And like I said, I'm feeling like that's something that's been lost over time with Love Live. And I'm hoping with 5 characters, and again, if they keep it to that, they could, like I said, easily pull in other years. I'm hoping that's going to really kind of dive into these characters and really hit them hard. Obviously, Kanan has insecurities. Cuckoo has basically come to Japan just to, I guess, become a school idol. She obviously loves it based on what you see in her room. She has big, huge posters of school idols, so she's really into it. Chisato is obviously really good at dancing. We already see that Ren obviously has something with her mother and the idols industry in general. Sumire obviously seems to be like some kind of tsundere character, which I'm totally looking forward to seeing more of her. They've already got me with Sumire. The funny thing is, though, is I totally thought Chisato was going to be, because I knew there was going to be a Chinese character in this series. I've already heard, I technically heard there was a Chinese character way back when they first announced the actual cast a long time ago. But I assumed it was going to be Chisato because Chisato has like the whole like Chun-Li bun thing going on, like Chinese buns. But no, it's it's Cuckoo. So that was interesting. Hopefully, I never call her Kiki, as it's spelled out as Keke. But yeah, loving the character so far. I think there's a couple points where it gets overly eccentric with their expressions, but like I said, they do such a good job with the animation. It's obviously that Sunrise, or I'm assuming it's Sunrise, is really kind of committed with their original Love Live series, that it does them very well. So they put a lot of money into the Love Live series, so it always looks really good. I really wish that they would put more effort into their CGI to really kind of I would really just like them to negate the CGI in general, but keep it improving, I guess. But yeah, solid so far. Really enjoyed. They've already had this kind of build up. The training montage was really excellent to kind of see how determined they were, kind of on coming home every single day and really hitting the guitar and writing the music. All the effort you've seen that Cuckoo has put into the lyrics that she's already created. Chisato giving up her time to really train them. All that stuff's excellent. It's already really showing these characters have heart, and I'm really looking forward to how they can build it up going forward. So, unfortunately, we have a 2-week delay because we have the Olympics going on, so they're going to delay the next episode. But that's my thoughts so far. Hopefully, the series does turn out to be awesome. I'm looking forward to it. It's Love Live Sunshine, Love Live Superstar. That's my impressions of the series so far. If you like this impressions, please leave a like below. Comment, let me know what you thought of the series so far if you're going to check it out. Subscribe if you haven't already. I thank you all for watching, and y'all take care.